And with that, let's get into some questions. John.
The president this morning in an interview with Fox and Friends seemed to indicate that he thinks that the special counsel may have some conflicts of interest. One being his friendship with Comey, another being the fact that a lot of the people that he's hiring, bringing on the special counsel's office, were either Hillary Clinton supporters of the president, said some of them have even worked for Hillary Clinton. Is he still ruling out firing the special counsel?
Nothing's changed on that. In terms of his position on...
What his position is?
That while he retains the authority, anyone who serves at him, I believe Steve and I had a healthy exchange with, but that he has no intention of doing that.
Right. Does he seemed to suggest this morning there might be a circumstance under which Mueller should take himself out? Can you tell us?
I don't. Yeah, that's one. Obviously, I'd refer to Mark Kasowitz in terms of the president's legal strategy on that. But I'll just leave it at that. But good try.
Sean, on healthcare, what is the president's current outlook on the Senate bill, just given some of the reservations that some of the senators raised yesterday? And does the president feel that Senator McConnell should pull the bill next week if he doesn't have the numbers to pass it, or is it time to vote?
Well, I would approach that in the same way that we approached the House bill. I wasn't prescriptive then with Speaker Ryan in terms of when they're ready to vote, they'll vote. Senator McConnell has said that he wants a vote next week, and that's up to him to run the chamber the way he sees fit. But the president is very supportive of the bill. He wants to work with all the members to improve it in any way that can help facilitate that passage and make it a stronger bill. And he intends to work with all the individuals. He's got a lot of respect for the 4 senators in particular on the Republican side that have come forward. Wants to work with them, but I know Senator Manchin talked about potentially getting some Democrats together, and the president welcomes that.
Sean.
Maggie.
Sean, thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you. What is the president's level of involvement at this point in terms of trying to push the bill forward or not? Can you give us a sense of whether he's making calls?
Yeah, he's not. He's had a couple calls with Majority Leader McConnell. As you recall, I think last week we had 6 senators here. I wouldn't be surprised to see that continued involvement. As you recall, it's a very similar situation as to what it was in the House, right? That he had several House members come in and out prior to the lead up of the vote, and as the vote got closer, in working with the whip team in the House and the Legislative Affairs team here, he identified members that had concerns or continued to call them. I expect a similar process at this point, but he's had meetings with members. He's on the phone with Senator McConnell, but also Secretary Price, Seema Verma, the Legislative Affairs staff, Chief of Staff, and others are intimately engaged in this, having conversations with senators, providing feedback to the president. He's providing guidance back as far as how we continue to tweak it. But I think we have a fairly robust discussion going on right now.
Sean?
Ashley.
Sean, what is the Vice President's role in the Senate healthcare bill? How involved has he been, and how involved do you see him being going forward?
The Vice President's played a very important role. He's been up there. He goes to the policy lunch once a week. He's constantly on the phone with them, and he's been a huge asset as he was in the House side. But again, to Maggie's question, I'd say right now it's a fairly similar process, right? The Legislative Affairs team is identifying concerns that individual members have or ideas and suggestions that they have, feeding them back to the team, and then asking for the President's input technically on some of those technical matters and providing feedback. So as we get closer to that vote, we've been pleasantly surprised with a lot of the support that's already come out, and I think we'll continue to work through, in particular, the 4 individuals who've expressed some ideas and concerns, and we'll get to it. Steve.
So you're saving the president for the tail end of the process? Is that what you're saying?
No, I think, and Maggie can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think she was asking what the process was, and I think that we're following a similar pattern, which is he has engaged with them. I mean, I think we've talked about the individuals that he's had over to the White House and met with, and he's also had some pull-asides here and there when they've come over for different things. So he is personally engaged with them. The question about Maggie had specifically asked about phone calls, and I think that while he has addressed it here and there, the type of push that you saw at the end of the vote before the House, we're not at that phase where he's and just because of the nature of, these are individuals, because of the numbers, the Senate being what it is and the numbers that we have to get to 50 plus 1 is in a different place than the House where you had many more members to address.
And when you look at the House bill and the Senate